everyone, it's me, Kelly, again. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Carly has always been a fighter, the kind of woman who faces down any storm and comes out stronger. Yet right now, she is confronting a new kind of darkness that I've rarely seen in her. Learning that Josslyn has been taken has shaken her to the core. I remember how fiercely Carly protected her children in the past, but this feels more urgent, more shadowed by fear. She is turning to Valentin for help, and while part of me understands why, another part worries this alliance is leading everyone straight into a new catastrophe. Valentin has shown a surprising tenderness toward Carly lately. After becoming a fugitive and finding shelter under her roof, their connection grew naturally, even if they had to keep it hidden from the world. I have enjoyed watching their secret moments, those stolen glances and quiet conversations that reveal a softer side to Valentin. He is a man with a complicated past, full of mistakes and regrets, yet his willingness to risk everything for Carly and her family feels genuine. Still, I cannot help but question whether this path they are choosing is truly wise. The latest developments suggest Valentin is now ready to reach out to Z and bring him back to Port Charles. This decision carries enormous risk. Calling in someone from the WSB could provide the kind of powerful assistance they need against Cullum, but it also opens the door to unpredictable dangers. I have seen too many storylines where involving shadowy figures from the past creates more problems than solutions. In my view, Valentin is making this choice out of love and loyalty. Yet I wonder if he fully grasps how quickly things could spiral beyond anyone's control. Carly's fear is palpable. She desperately wants Cullum dealt with, believing it might secure Josslyn's safety. However, she is also terrified that the very attack meant to eliminate Cullum could trigger an even greater disaster for her daughter. This internal conflict is what makes the story so compelling right now. As a longtime viewer, I appreciate how the writers are showing Carly's maternal instincts clashing with her growing feelings for Valentin. She cannot accept the idea of putting Josslyn in greater danger, and that tension is building toward what feels like an inevitable explosion of emotions and consequences. I keep asking myself whether Valentin will truly go through with contacting Z. The answer seems to be yes. And I believe he will do it because he cares deeply for Carly and understands what losing Josslyn would mean to her. He has his own daughter, Charlotte, and that protective father's heart likely guides his decisions. Still, I suspect there will be a shocking twist none of us see coming. Perhaps Z arrives with his own agenda. Or maybe the operation against Cullum reveals hidden connections that change everything we think we know about the threats in Port Charles. One thing I have always loved about General Hospital is how it explores the gray areas of right and wrong. Carly using Valentin's dangerous resources is not a simple heroic choice. It is messy, risky, and born from desperation. In my opinion, this reflects real human emotions more honestly than many other shows. We all want to believe we would choose the safest path for our loved ones, but when your child is missing, logic often gives way to fierce determination. Carly is living that reality now, and I find myself rooting for her even while fearing the cost. The potential for disaster looms large. If the plan to strike at Cullum backfires, Josslyn could face even greater peril. I have watched enough episodes to know that in Port Charles, one carefully planned move can unravel into chaos involving multiple families and long-buried secrets. This particular storyline feels charged with that kind of electricity. Every conversation between Carly and Valentin now carries extra weight because both of them know the stakes. I have to admit I am fascinated by how their secret romance is being tested so early. They have barely had time to enjoy their feelings for each other before this crisis arrived. Will the pressure pull them closer together or drive a painful wedge between them? I believe it will ultimately strengthen their bond, but not without some painful confrontations first. Carly may accuse Valentin of being too reckless, while he might feel she is letting fear cloud her judgment. Those kinds of honest arguments are what make their relationship compelling to watch. As someone who has followed the show through countless generations of characters, I see echoes of past great love stories here. There is something classic about a powerful, flawed man risking everything for the woman he loves and her family. Valentin brings a different energy than some of Carly's previous partners, and that freshness keeps me invested. At the same time, I worry about the darkness that seems to follow him. His past with the Cassadine family and his own complicated history mean that involving Z could awaken old threats we thought were long gone. The situation with Josslyn adds such heartbreaking urgency. No mother should have to face the fear Carly is experiencing right now. I find myself hoping the writers give her moments of quiet strength amid the chaos, perhaps showing her determination in ways that remind us why we have loved her character for so long. At the same time, I hope they allow Valentin to prove himself as someone worthy of her trust, not just another source of complications. Looking ahead, I am convinced we are heading towards some explosive episodes. The moment Valentin makes that call to Z, the game changes completely. Will they succeed in neutralizing Cullum without harming Josslyn? Or will new revelations about Cullum's plans create even bigger problems? I suspect the answer lies somewhere in between, with surprising alliances and betrayals along the way. What strikes me most is how this storyline captures the essence of what makes General Hospital special. It is not just about romance or danger. It is about people who love deeply and make impossible choices because of that love. Carly and Valentin's growing relationship is being forged in fire, and I believe it will emerge stronger for it. Yet I also know that in Port Charles, nothing comes without a price. I will be watching every episode with anticipation, eager to see how Carly handles her fears and whether Valentin's decision brings the salvation they hope for or a new nightmare. For now, I remain hopeful that love and determination will guide them through the darkness. After 30+ years with this show, I have learned that even the stormiest chapters often lead to beautiful resolutions, though the journey there is rarely easy. The news that Z plans to sneak into Windermere signals a bold new shift in the plot. After Valentin risked everything to help Carly, bringing Z back feels like opening a door to both solutions and fresh dangers. I have always admired Valentin's growing tenderness toward Carly since he found shelter with her, but this decision proves how far he is willing to go. In my view, it highlights the difficult choices people make when love and desperation collide. I suspect this infiltration will uncover long-hidden secrets and dramatically alter the balance of power. What surprises me most is how this situation is pushing Carly to consider confessing the truth to Sonny. As a mother terrified for her missing daughter Josslyn, she may reach out to her ex for help, despite their complicated past. I believe she will do it because her need to save Josslyn outweighs everything else. This honesty could bring valuable support against Cullum, but it also puts Valentin and Z in greater danger. Sonny's protective nature might unite forces or spark new conflicts, and I wonder how he will react once he learns about Carly's secret relationship with Valentin. The potential romance between Z and Josslyn adds an explosive layer that has me both intrigued and concerned. Josslyn has grown into such a strong young woman, much like her mother, and pairing her with Z, a man tied to the WSB, and Valentin's world brings fresh complexity. This new connection could deepen during her captivity, creating emotional ripples that challenge family loyalties. As a longtime viewer, I find this development clever because it blends danger with unexpected attraction. It forces Carly to face new fears, not only her daughter's safety, but also the idea of Josslyn forming bonds in such a perilous world. Carly's internal struggle touches me deeply. She balances her feelings for Valentin with terror over Josslyn and the difficult choice of trusting Sonny. I keep asking myself if this confession will help or create bigger obstacles. Given Carly's fierce maternal instincts, I think she will take the risk, yet it may test her budding romance with Valentin. He has shown true devotion, much like his love for his own daughter Charlotte, but Sonny's involvement could change everything. This storyline explores the gray areas of loyalty and sacrifice so well. Nothing in Port Charles is simple, and that is why I stay passionate about the show. Z's move into Windermere could provide critical information against Cullum, but it risks triggering a chain reaction. Will Carly's honesty bring salvation or new threats? How will Josslyn's connection with Z affect everyone involved? These questions keep me eager for the next episodes. I believe the writers are crafting something special here, mixing high-stakes action with heartfelt drama. Valentin and Carly's secret love is being tested by fire, while new alliances promise to shake several families. After 30 years, I have learned that even the darkest chapters often lead to growth, though the journey is rarely easy.